Can I provide you with tens, if not hundreds, of videos how did they used to kill the Palestinian people for fun? Will you dare, sorry to say that, will you accept to publish it?
How will you decouple from Israel, and how will you be able to self-rule the entire West Bank? It will take a long time, I think.
The one who supported Hamas, cemented Hamas, financed Hamas, funded Hamas is the current Israeli fugitive from justice.
I heard you.
Benjamin Netanyahu. Otherwise, zero sanction against Israel because they still treated Israel as the grumpy, spoily teenager. I sent a lot of requests to all the political party here, and I start by the big political party, of course, but yet it seems that their schedule is busy.
So today I have the privilege of speaking with Palestinian Ambassador to India, Abdullah Abu Shawesh. His journey started from a refugee camp in Gaza and now to the highest circles of diplomacy. You are the voice of Palestine in India, but you've also served for 8 years in the United Nations. I really want to begin, and I would appreciate if you talk about your journey, Ambassador, first, a little bit about how was your life in the refugee camp in Gaza, then how did you come to West Bank, and then all of this.
Thank you so much indeed, Hina, and for having me today, and of course for Asian News today for also being with us. As someone born in a refugee camp, for a father who was descendant and a descendant of a refugee people, whom was born, my father born in our old village, Berga.
This Berga is in West Bank?
No,
it's in Gaza.
Right now in Israel.
Israel, okay.
It's approximately 25 kilometers in the north of Gaza right now. And of course, my grandfather's and all of my family was there, descendant from our ancient village, Berga. But I born in a refugee camp, and to born in a refugee camp, this is a big story. Anyone know or anyone born as a refugee or in a refugee camp and they grow in a refugee camp that know how much he is suffering. 1992, I moved from Gaza
and
to
you were of what age at that time?
1970. I born in 1970.
Okay, yeah.
But 1988.
So around 22 years old you were?
Yes, because there is a gap between once I finished the high school and went to the university, because at that time it was the Intifada and all the universities was utterly complete. The Palestinian university, local university is closed, and to travel outside it was a big issue due to the Israeli occupation. So that since 1988 till 1993, when I moved to start my education in Birzeit University, I graduated with BA degree in economy, then master degree also in economy, professional diploma in marketing, and the B&B project management professional, beside many other courses, of course. Then I became employee in the Ministry of Planning and International Cooperation under the supervision of my great leader and my great manager, Ilan Halevi. Ilan Halevi is a Jewish man. This is to your surprise. I know it's surprising that my first ever manager, my first ever one who guided
How was he?
He's the special representative of Yasser Arafat. Ilan, the late Ilan Halevi, of course, a Jewish man, of course, but a pure Palestinian. As a question, I mean, as someone who's he would belong to us as a Palestinian question, Palestinian cause. Then, of course, till 2009, I did not have the privilege to travel outside the country at all. I even did not have the privilege to have a passport, because Israel, according to the Israeli, they considering me, because I born in Gaza and live in West Bank, they considered me as infiltrator. I did not have the right to live in West Bank.
So you applied for visa, but it did not.
No, not visa. Okay. It's not visa.
For West Bank?
For West Bank, Gaza, there is 2 IDs. For the Gazan, we are classified as a Palestinian, Gaza, West Bank, East Jerusalem, the refugee, and the Palestinian who is inside Israel right now. Approximately, we are talking about 5 classifications when it came to the ID itself, according to the Israeli, of course. But 2009, they accepted that I became a resident in West Bank, so that the very first time ever in my life to travel, to exercise, was the meaning of crossing the border, flying when I was 39 years old.
And how about traveling from West Bank to New York for this UN position?
No, I should cross, of course, to Amman, West Bank, Amman, Jordan, then from Amman to New York. But in 2014, I had been appointed or posted to become a member of our delegation there in New York.
For people who want to go from West Bank to US or any other country, is it really difficult?
Only one path, which is we should go to Amman, to Jordan, and through Amman to live.
Right. Okay. And that process happens through Israel, or is it the administrative work of the Palestinian?
No. The border is utterly, completely controlled by the Israeli occupation. So we should cross through the Israeli occupation, I mean checkpoints and all of this stuff. The border is controlled.
Ambassador, coming to your tenure in UN, that was also the time when in 2017 US recognized Jerusalem as the capital of Israel.
Yes.
And you were the diplomat at that time in New York. How did you deal with it in terms of diplomacy? How did you promote dialogue regarding this particular issue?
We have two main bodies when it came to the United Nations to deal with the political issue. But there is another 6 bodies for the 6 committees belonging to the General Assembly itself. But two main bodies, Security Council and the General Assembly. In the Security Council, everyone knows, and I'm not revealing a secret, when it came to the Palestinian question, Palestinian-Israeli issue, there is the elephant in the room, which is the American there, and they blocked everything belonging to the peace process or anything related to the question of Palestine. They offering the full, without any hesitation, the full support and the full shield, iron shield, to Israel and the Security Council. Just to let you know that approximately some statistics talking about 70+% of that is the use of the veto by the American is used against the Palestinian people. During the last 2 years of the continuous genocide in Gaza, America itself used the veto 6 times not to stop the war on Gaza.
I would like to go here.
Yeah, but back to your question, yes. So this body, which is completely paralyzed when it came to the Israeli-Palestinian issue, but the other body, which is we used to go under the, what we call it, United for Peace, to the General Assembly or the 10th emergency session, open-ended emergency session, so that we went to the United Nations General Assembly and we adopted a resolution. Of course, this resolution will make no difference when it came to the practical issue. Once the United States recognized Jerusalem as the capital of, or eternal capital of the Jewish people. There is a lot of in the wording itself. But to your surprise, this exact United States of America, when Israel adopted the a law called for a united Jerusalem in 1980, this exact United States of America, which was adopted a resolution in the Security Council calling for, or considering the law, the Israeli law, is utterly non-valid, non-applied, and it is against the international law, and they called the international community not to move their embassies to Jerusalem. Just less than 4 decades ago, they completely went against the resolution that they adopted it and accepted it in the United Nations Security Council.
When we talk about the two-nation theory and two-state solution, how will it happen? Even if you have a huge support from a lot of countries around the globe, how will it happen? Because when we talk about West Bank, there are 3 administrative areas, area A, B and C, and there are a lot of Israeli military installations, Israeli infrastructure, lot of management of land is being controlled by Israel, lot of settlements, and of course there is more that we can talk about how these Israeli settlements are operating, how they are benefiting and all of that. With such a huge complex situation on ground in West Bank, How will you decouple from Israel, and how will you be able to self-rule the entire West Bank? It will take a long time, I think.
Hina, I'm really surprised that you are well educated about the Palestinian issue, internal West Bank, when you shed light on A, B, C areas and all of this stuff. Back just to your question, the issue of the two-state solution. We did not invent the wheel. This solution was on the international table, 1947. The birth certificate for the State of Israel, the same exact birth certificate, Resolution 181. And this resolution, this resolution called for two states, one for the Jewish and one for the Palestinian. Unfortunately, only one state was, only one part of this resolution, or one part of this, I like to say it, call it a birth certificate of the two-state solution. Only one part of this resolution was adopted, and adopted unfairly also, because this resolution, or the birth certificate of Israel, was calling to Israel to be built in only 54% of the historical land of Palestine, but Israel at that time was built in 78% of the historical land of Palestine. So that when we talk about two-state solution, it's there. We did not invent the wheel. It's there long time ago, yes, 1947. Yes. But in the recent days, the recent decades, 1993, when the PLO, Palestinian Liberation Organization, accept the two-state solution and signed Oslo Accord and all of this stuff, we signed it as a 5 years interval agreement. It should not be, it's a step forward, the two-state solution, but unfortunately we found ourselves stuck in this issue. Once we sign it, we start with less than 120 settlement, something like this. Today we are talking about between settlement and, they call it illegal outpost. We are talking about 500 to 600, because every single day they used to bring some caravans and to seize some of the Palestinian land and to start a new settlement. When we start the peace process itself, we start with less than 150,000 settlers. Now we are talking about 750,000 plus of the criminal settlers, or if you want the exact name of them, illegal settlers. And the very exact name is, the vast majority of them is terrorist settler, terrorist Jewish settler, whom is in a daily pace conducting tens of attacks against the Palestinian people in the isolated village.
So what I gathered from my reading is that these settlers are benefiting economically, but what you're saying is that they are also attacking normal civilian Palestinians inside of West Bank?
In a daily pace, tens of attacks, those terrorist settlers, and I want to repeat it, terrorist fanatic Jewish settlers, messianic settlers, is conducting in a daily pace tens of terrorist attack against the Palestinian in their village, in their isolated village. In a daily pace, tens of terror acts they conducting against the Palestinians.
I want to go back.
And they also, all of them is militarized to the teeth.
The area
not civilians, because many is talking about they are civilians. Absolutely, utterly not.
But they are running businesses in West Bank.
I'm coming. It's not only business. They are benefiting from the business, because Israel and many other fanatic organizations, especially in America and many of it in Europe, the evangelical organization is supporting them to establish this settlement in West Bank, and the tax and all of these stuff, they have a lot of a privilege, so that a lot of the business itself, they are benefiting.
Ambassador, I'm really sorry that I'm interrupting you here, but I am very intrigued with what I read, is that before 7th of October 2023, Israel was actually collecting all the taxes, which it was gathering from the imports by the Palestinians, and then it was on a monthly basis giving it to the Palestinian Authority so that it can later on pay the salaries of the Palestinians. But after 2023, it refused because it said that the Palestinian Authority is actually paying salaries to the families of Hamas, to the families of the prisoners. How do you rebut that? I do know that there is an amendment which Palestinian Authority did regarding that, but what is the current status? Just shed a light on it.
More than one issue. And again, really, I'm very proud that you are having all of this information. This is very important. They used to collect the money because we import it through the Israeli borders, so that they collect the taxes, and they used to transfer the taxes to us. Since 2021, it's not October 2023.
2021, you are saying?
Yes. Okay. The last ever full salary that I received it, November 2021. Me and all the Palestinian official employees, even His Excellency President Abbas, his salary, the last full salary, he received it November 2021. So they started dictating and freezing our tax money, holding our tax money.
How much we're talking about?
$3 billion right now. And there is a lot of excuse to that. We are paying the money for the prisoners. We are paying the money for the terrorists.
How do you rebut
I'm
this?
coming. I'm coming. But just to tell you how did they used to. And we are paying, but you said to Hamas.
Yeah.
When it came to the prisoners, without any doubt, all of them is a victim of the Israeli occupation. All the prisoners. Today we are talking about 11,000 prisoners.
Let's talk about Hamas, the payments to Hamas.
But just because the justification.
Yes.
When you talk about 11,000 Palestinian hostages right now, 5,000 of them is serving an administrative detention. This administrative detention came from a law that imposed in your people 1919 by the British, the same exact British bring this law, and the Israeli is using this law right now. Rawal
Act you're talking about.
Yes, and which led to the Jawal. Yes, the same exact law, 5,000 Palestinians right now, by the same exact law, serving administrative detention in the Israel. So yes, we used to take care, because those families. Do you want us, for the people who was killed at the hand of the Israeli occupation, do you want us to let their women to begging in the streets?
What about Hamas?
I'm coming. This is just I'm gonna tell you who's serving.
Because I will talk about prisoners later on.
Yes. In this conversation. Okay. If you want me to go to Hamas, no, we did not pay Hamas. The one who's paying Hamas, officially speaking, is the fugitive from justice, international justice, Benjamin Netanyahu, the current Israeli Prime Minister. Do you want me to approve it? Yes. It's my duty to
I have a follow-up question to this statement that you have given.
But let me just repeat it, because I want to stress it. The one who supported Hamas, cemented Hamas, financed Hamas, funded Hamas, is the current Israeli fugitive from justice.
I heard you.
Benjamin Netanyahu.
I have a follow-up question to that. You know, when Israel attacked Qatar, there was a lot of debate going on around it, and people said that, you know what, Israel was actually backing Qatar so that it can financially aid Hamas. Now there are two conversations regarding it. First is that Israel wanted to support humanitarian aid in Gaza, and that is one of the reasons that they give, that this is the reason why they allowed the financial aid to flow from this Middle Eastern region to Hamas, in the hands of Hamas. And the second conversation is that they were trying to actually create a rift between Fatah and Hamas. Now, my question to you is, if you are saying that Benjamin Netanyahu has been supporting Hamas for so long, why did Hamas then did this attack on Israel on 7th of October 2023?
No, but you did not give me the chance to continue.
I asked you this follow-up question so that you can further elaborate.
Yes, of course. Back again. I already declared myself loud and clear, the one who
yes, you said it, yeah.
cement, finance, funded Hamas through the Qatar by request of Benjamin Netanyahu himself to the Qatarian brothers. We want you to support them to do one thing, as you rightly mentioned, not to support the humanitarian issue in Gaza, just to maintain the rift. And this is a declared position by, again, the Israeli Prime Minister himself. It's not our wording. He used to say, who want to stand against the two-state solution, he should maintain the rift between Fatah and Hamas, or the Palestinian Authority and Hamas itself. And so he should support and accept supporting Hamas in Gaza.
So but he wanted to divide and rule. That's what you're saying.
It's a declared position. Anyone can say.
Okay.
Thanks Google. All of this in Google. It's not our word. We did not create the word, but we did not have the chance to tell this story to the people. Not more than that. Because again, the complicit media, Western media.
Why do you target media?
Because the media itself did not give us the chance to tell our story. Media is doing good job.
Why are you saying it? Because in West, we often see pro-Palestinian protests happening.
Wait a minute, this is reporting. Thank you so much. You already said something. This is reporting. 2,000 Palestinians, 5,000 Palestinians, 66,000 Palestinians have been killed. This is reporting. The story is completely different. The root of the issue is completely different. Even when they use the wording, how did they classify the Palestinian journalists? 252 Palestinian journalists paid their life to tell the world the truth. They used to say that, but we want Israel to allow us, not all the media, of course, I mean, that in particular, in general. We want Israel to allow an independent media to enter, which means by default, those 252 is not independent. This is the complicity.
But Israel says that if they let this Palestinian media enter Gaza to report, they are actually hand in gloves with Hamas. What is your response to that? They are saying that they are actually, the evidence that they have found, the archives, the documents of Hamas, what they found is the names are there in those documents. The name of the journalists.
The 252 journalists.
I'm not sure about that particular number, but the journalists who have entered Gaza to report there.
Not entered, they are from
Specifically,
Gaza. No, they are from Gaza. All of those journalists is from Gaza.
Okay.
What about your colleague, Shireen Abu Akleh? 3 years ago, when they assassinated and targeted her. Shireen is not Hamas. Shireen is a Christian woman. Shireen is from West Bank. Shireen is an American citizen. But they intentionally target and killed her to make sure that they will going to stifle her voice. The 2025 journalist whom was targeted and assassinated is Hamas. Let me just give you one example. One very clear example. And Israel itself did not claim that the 252 journalists is Hamas. Did not. Even Israel did not claim that. They claim that just Anas al-Sharif, 2 months ago, Anas al-Sharif is Hamas. They claim that. But the question is, Anas used to report from the street with his camera and cameraman day and night from Gaza, from all over Gaza. But they choose to target him alongside another 5 journalists, not to target him when he was reporting in the street. This is the exact intentional policy to execute and to stifle the Palestinian voice. If you are going to hunt Anas al-Sharif, and for sake of argument, I totally, utterly agree with, for sake of argument, that he's a Hamas man. But you did not kill him, or you did not target him for 2 years approximately. You left him freely for 2 years. Then when you decide to target him, to kill him, to assassinate him, you choose to kill him while he's sit in the tent with another 5 journalists. So you, one word, loud and clear, Israel is targeting them intentionally. It's not because he is Hamas. Can I just because you already opened and a very important question. Who financed Hamas? Who funded Hamas? Benjamin Netanyahu. And let me give you another example. We use, in Gaza, we used to import the electricity from Israel. Mm-hmm. We did not control Gaza as a Palestinian Authority. The one who controlled it before the war is Hamas. The one who collect the money from the people, from my family there, is Hamas. So who's paying the bill? We, the Palestinian Authority. Who enforced us to pay the bill, the electricity bill? Benjamin Netanyahu. When we discuss this officially with them, with the Israeli side, we should not pay the bill to them. You should take the bill from them directly. I mean the money. He refused. He is the one and enforced us by force, by power. He is deducted the electricity bill from the Palestinian revenue, Palestinian National Authority revenue, while he's knowing that Hamas is collecting it from the people in Gaza to fund herself.
Why do you think that what is the reason why there has been no sanctions against Israel so far? What could be the reason?
But to complete the picture, you should. Sorry to say.
No,
that.
you were talking about
yes,
economical.
Yes. I'm coming to complete no sanctions against Israel, while Russia. They impose on it 30,000 different type of sanctions. But Israel.
So that's the hypocrisy of US.
No, and the Western country. It's not the US only, but also with all the due respect, the Western country and the international community.
Even those countries who have actually recognized the state of Palestine.
And the international community. You recognize the state of Palestine, X or Y. And you stand strong against you stand strong to back and to support the two-state solution. And your official position is that the settlement, the illegal settlement, your official position in X and Y country is the settlement is illegal and the main obstacle to the two-state solution. Then you allow the settlement to trade, and your country is trading with the settlement, investing in the settlement, and all the products in the settlement is flooding and flooding your market and shelves. Hypocrisy. 30,000 different type of sanctions against Russia, except of course Spain. They imposed some sanctions, but otherwise zero sanction against Israel because they still treated Israel as the grumpy, spoily teenager. This is the hypocrisy. This is the double standard.
Right.
So did I answer you? Do you want me to give you more proof that Israel and the current fugitive from justice, the Israeli Prime Minister, is whom is financing Hamas? Do you want more proof?
Well, there are two schools of thought on it.
No, it's a fact. It's not our word. So when we used to say that we want an independent international investigation committee or fact-finding mission to come to investigate what happened before October 7th, in October 7th, and after October 7th, we mean it. When we used to say that this is not our word, this is the Israeli wording, you are the one who funded Hamas, this is not our word. Google it.
But Israel says that it wanted to...
He himself did not deny this issue. But he used to justify it by saying...
Israel says that it was hopeful that somehow Hamas will be able to take the political control of Gaza and have peace there.
Okay, great. So we agree that, and they agree that they funded Hamas.
But then
for a sake of other issue. But they did not accomplish this issue. But who's funded it? Funded Hamas? Who cemented Hamas? Israel. One word, loud and clear. And they themselves...
Iran also backed Hamas.
100%.
There are so many tunnels from where the weapons flood Gaza.
The tunnels. Very important question. When is the last time did you hear about the tunnels?
Most recently, I think.
No, the tunnels was dominating the discourse, the underground tunnels at the very beginning of the war. Then I can assure you today you will not find any single word in the Israeli media or the complicit media. I'm coming. I'm gonna tell you why. Or the complicit Western media regarding the tunnels. The tunnels is utterly removed from the discourse for one reason. Because you justified the war in Gaza and Hamas because they are in the tunnel. Then you are killing the people on the ground. In their homes.
But
it's not in the tunnel.
Are below
the innocent
the
people. So if you will continue to say tunnels and killing the people on the surface, on the ground, above the not in the tunnel, this means that you are saying something not logical. So they remove I can assure you, in the Israeli media, there is no...
But the infrastructure, the hospitals, everything is above the tunnel.
The hostages, Israel is the only one It might be more than the Hamas political leader know where exactly the hostages. And they know that.
You're saying they know that where exactly. If they knew, why didn't they?
Because it's a complicated war zone. That's it. But Israel, according to their media, according to their intelligence, according to the reports that it came from their side, is knowing exactly where is the hostages.
What about the dead bodies of the hostages? 28 of them.
I hope you ask us about our official position or but I'm not there.
Okay, let me pose
but
this.
If you ask about our official position, whether it is hostages or dead bodies, all the hostages should not be taken from scratch. Is it clear? Okay. And this is our clear position.
Yeah.
When we talk about all the hostages, we mean also the Palestinian hostages. We would not mean only the Israeli hostages. Each hostage should back to his family yesterday, this moment, after 1 minute. No one should be in captivity for 1 single minute. When we talk about the dead body, do you know how many dead body for the Palestinian in Israel since 1967?
I want to keep this focused because I will talk about this issue also, but I want to keep it focused here. One thing, I will come to the peace deal later on, but I want to talk about the two-state solution. Now, East Jerusalem is one territory which is, of course, very contested territory. West Bank.
Okay. I will back. Okay.
Yeah. So West Bank says that it wants to have the capital in East Jerusalem, but according to the recent reports, what we found is that Israel is trying to build settlements in between East Jerusalem and West Bank so that there is no continuity.
Yes.
If all of this is happening, and my first question which I posed to you, that there are so many settlements inside of West Bank, how is this entire plan going to work out?
We should all the time rely on the international law, on the international adopted resolution, in the Security Council resolution and General Assembly resolution, and the principles, of course, of the human right, universal human right declaration, and all of this stuff. The very basic human right, fundamental human right, is the self-determination, which is a human right. When it came to, because you became independent as India based on this two words, self-determination, the full right to self-determination. And all the countries whom was enduring occupation, colonization, became free people based on this very principle, very essential principle. Yeah. When it came to the East Jerusalem, according to the international law, it's an occupied territory. One word, loud and clear. And the Israeli themselves cannot stand against the international law. But since the mighty create right, and this is the logic of power, and they are fully supported by many Western countries, I'm not revealing a secret when I say that. Also by the United States of America, I'm not revealing a secret when I say that the current messianic fanatic ambassador of US to to Israel is also believing that there is no such thing called a Palestinian people. He did not believe this is in the West Bank. It's Judea and Samaria, the biblical name of our land. So, when it came to East Jerusalem, according to the international law, it's the occupied territory. So, when we talk about two-state solution, we talk about one unity, geographical unity, Gaza, West Bank, including East Jerusalem, to build the state of Palestine, which consists only 22% of our historical land. And when I say our historical land, we still have the title deeds, the official document that we own this land. Israel till today managing our property in Israel by special law. Every one of you can find it, absent property law. Period. This is our land and we accept for peace.
So you will not accept the two-state solution if it does not include Gaza and East Jerusalem, should I say so?
It's the agreed, it's not only our position, it's the international position. It's the global position. It's the agreed. It's the agreed position.
I want to understand the stance of Palestinian Authority.
Yes. Palestinian liberation and
Authority,
the Palestinian people at large.
Which land you would vouch that it needs to come under
all
the
lands that occupied in 1960.
So Gaza, East Jerusalem, and West Bank.
And West Bank. Yes.
You will not accept anything less than that.
22% of our historical land. When I say our historical land, I mean it. We still have the title deeds, the official document that this is our land. Israel is still managing our property inside Israel by special law.
So the two-state solution
the
then
Israeli
seems to
archive.
be decades away, because we have the peace plan, which is still not has come to fruition.
Yes, because of the Israeli barriers.
And then we have the problem in East Jerusalem. That's an occupied territory. There are settlements going on between West Bank and East Jerusalem. So I think we are talking about a couple of decades more if we talk about the two-state solution.
No, why? Why couple of? If there isn't a will, there isn't a way. I'm gonna give you one example from the history. 1956, France, British, and Israel attacked Egypt for the Suez Canal and all of this stuff. Then Israel occupied Gaza Strip and Sinai Peninsula. It took them between Soviet Union at that time. It took the American president one phone call. Do you want me to repeat it? There is a will. One phone call to Ben-Gurion, to the godfather of Israel. Tonight, you should withdraw from Sinai Peninsula and Gaza. Tonight, thank you. One phone call. Will. At that time, there was a will. And he withdrew.
But the US and the administration...
Because I should finish. So, if we agree that if there isn't a will, there isn't a way.
Hope is always there.
Of course. How did you become independent people without the hope? How your ancestor became how much you endure. 35 to 45 million Indians bared their life. But you became independent because you saw, your ancestor saw that light at the end of the tunnel. We are like you. We will not become a slave for anyone. We are copying you. But again, if there isn't a will, there isn't a way. What is the main obstacle for the two-state solution? You already said it. The settlement. Stifle the settlement. Strangulate the settlement. Don't make it, as international community, don't make it a profit project. Stop trading with the settlement. Stop flying to Israel. Stop accepting in your countries the ambassador of Israel to be a settler. Stop allowing any settler to enter your land. Stop funding the settlement. Today, America, if the America, international community, European country, Israel decided your bank account, you will not receive forever any single dollar or any single penny in your personal account, personal bank account. You will be there.
I want to come to this.
So they can do it. They can do it.
I want to come to this point that you just raised. Given the fact that in US we have Trump administration who has actually cut down funding for the Palestinians, who have cut down funding for UNRWA, have moved the embassy, have recognized Jerusalem in 2017. Given this kind of administration in power, do you think that the Gaza Peace Plan will be according to the wills of the Palestinians?
More than one issue. First and foremost, it was not just with President Trump. The U.S. position towards the Palestinian people, long time, even before President Trump have a dream to become president of the U.S. Since the very first ever moment of establishing of Israel, 7 minutes after declaring a state of Israel, America the first ever one to recognize Israel without taking any move towards recognizing the Palestinian people at that time. So America historically it's not only, just President Trump. But again, it was not started with President Trump administration itself. It is long time before President Trump himself. But with President Trump first term, you already mentioned, shed light on what is the devastating moves he took against us. Also, we used to judge the people based on their attitudes towards our struggle. This is very important. We did not judge them because we love or we did not love them, or how their rhetoric itself. We judge them based on their attitude towards our struggle.
Okay. I want to come to the Gaza Peace Plan now. The Gaza Peace Plan, the first phase, I want to skip because we will see more unfold happening on Monday and Tuesday. But coming to the second phase of the Gaza Peace Plan, do you think that Hamas will be ready to disarm itself completely?
First and foremost, I'm wondering why you would call it a peace plan. If the owner of it call it comprehensive plan to end the conflict in Gaza.
Let's say it. Yeah.
But again, wording, I am the son of the United Nation, and the first lesson that I'm proud to say that I learned it from an Indian colleague.
Words have a meaning.
Wording, he exactly, sharply. It was in conference room 5 also, 6 at that day. Wording have a meaning. I was very new at that time, but I like it. Then I started realizing that there is a big difference between comma and semi-comma in the international law. So it is official name comprehensive plan to put and to end the conflict in Gaza. So our official position, because before I shed light on it, we are President Abbas PLO, Palestinian Authority, with any decent effort, honored effort that gonna put an end to the bloodshed in Gaza, to the genocide, to the textbook genocide, to the war in Gaza, with any effort that will make sure that there is no more people will going, no more entire family will going to erupt, to erase from.
What about the disarmament of Hamas?
I'm coming. We are with any decent effort, because this plan is talking about this, which is very important, that will guarantee no more child will die due to the malnutrition and starvation. We are with any decent effort that will guarantee our people is not going to sleep without food. My family is there. I'm not telling you something. I'm telling you what me in person is suffering in a daily basis since 2 years and 3 days. This is the issue. We are also with any decent effort that will guarantee no amputated arms or legs will went without anesthesia. And this happened, and we have video to this. We are with any decent effort that will guarantee there is a sufficient amount of painkiller. Could you imagine we are lack of the painkiller in Gaza?
There are about 5,000 amputations.
We are talking about 45 according to the recent report from the United Nations. 45,000 whom already endured a life-changing injury. One word life. 5,000 whom is amputated. Paralyzed people. Put aside the trauma. Any child, any pregnant woman suffered malnutrition. It's a life-changing injury. To the peace, to the Gaza comprehensive, yes, we are fully endorsing it, and we consider it
you are
step
endorsing
forward.
The disarmament of Hamas, complete disarmament.
This is our official position, and I should say who's stand against it. Benjamin Netanyahu. Just to disarmament, because two things. When we talk about disarmament, again, international law. This means that there is an army stand against the 15 power in the rank, Israel, nuclear power, which is not true. Hamas is not army. Hamas is utterly not army. And we saw and we know that, and everyone is knowing that. So that when we talk about disarmament according to the international law, chemical weapons, arsenal weapons, jets, tanks, and this is not that true. But again, disarmament, we will going to accept that, because we enforced to accept ceasefire, which should not be called ceasefire in the war on Gaza, but we accepted it, and disarmament. This is our official position as a Palestinian National Authority. We used to call long time ago for one legitimate security force. Let me repeat it. One legitimate security force, not army. Even our declared position, we want to build a state without army. Is it fair? Without army. We did not want to have tanks. We would not to have want to have nuclear power and all of this stuff. Just legitimate security for us. Period.
Okay.
This means that we are fully, and before the war, this is our official position, even when we used to discuss the reunity with Hamas.
But when we talk about security, most definitely, I do not think that Palestinian authorities would want to give weapons to Hamas when we talk about security.
No, security for legitimate security.
Legitimate security, that's not Hamas.
Legitimate security for us, Palestinian soldier, Palestinian cops, Palestinian Palestinian security men whom gonna deal with the security issue. Period.
True. If you have a state, you need to have
not
security.
Hamas. It's not Fatah. It's not. Should not. When we say legitimate, this even should not be belong to the Fatah or Hamas or to anyone. We did not seeking a militia. Legitimate security for us. Period.
There is one comment which actually made me think why so, which is, why don't you accept that Hamas is a terrorist organization?
Can I ask you, did you accept Bahgat Singh to be a terrorist man?
I fail to understand why do you give that analogy.
Yes. The comparison is very important, because who's telling us, or who should say that this is a terrorist or not terrorist? Do we, as a Palestinian, we have two positions. We utterly against what did Hamas conducted in October 7. 100%, it's not 99%. But the question is, who's classified Hamas? But before Hamas, just let me let you know that even the PLO, Palestinian Liberation Organization, which is recognized by Israel as the sole and legitimate representative of the Palestinian people, is still in America classified as a terrorist organization. So it's matter of who classifying us, who classifying our people.
But Ambassador, why these
Who classifying us? Israel, the occupation power.
I understand that you have objection of PLO being classified as a terrorist organization in US. That I completely accept. But why do not classify and even say from your official stance that yes, what Hamas did was a terrorist act?
Let me just again borrow your, if it is possible, of course. I know that many of the Indian people did not want me to touch but even during 1930s.
But Bhagat Singh, when you talk about Bhagat Singh, he did not kill civilians.
No, can I make Bhagat Singh accused of being terrorist and hanged to death because they accused him, not you and me.
We never saw an Israeli defense official dragging people at the back of the truck, spitting on them, kidnapping them. Why don't you say what happened on 7th of October?
Wait a minute. You did not see. Can I provide you with tens, if not hundreds, of videos how did they used to kill the Palestinian people for fun? Will you dare, sorry to say that, will you accept to publish it? Can I provide you with tens of videos how the settler terrorist gangs in West Bank killing the Palestinian and did not endure even 1 hour in the jail? Can I give you this, and will you be able to publish it? And if this is the classification of the terror, I'm really 100% accepted that, but give us the chance, you in particular, to shed light or to show you how did the Israeli terrorist soldiers killing the Palestinian. Give me the chance to show you videos, photos of how did they trample by their tanks the Palestinian people in Gaza. Give us the chance to show you some of the real videos. How did they kill and assassinated the Palestinian in Gaza? Is this the definition of terror? Thank you so much. We are ready. Let them bring the videos from October 7th and let us bring the videos, all the videos since 1948 till today. What did we have? Videos and evidence that they conducted a terror act against us. And let us classify what the meaning of terror. But back to your history. During 1930s, two schools of thought to liberate India. One led by one of the prominent figure of it is the late the great Murtar Bhagat Singh, and the other school of thought was led by the great leader, of course, Gandhi. Both school of thought is completely, utterly opposite. But did Gandhi denounce or declare that Bhagat Singh is a terror?
No, let's just move
wait
on.
Wait a minute, because wording.
I do understand. I do understand that. I was just
please.
Trying to understand
No,
why
because
would you hesitate?
they want, even the word terror is not our creation.
So basically,
the
what
word
you are
terror
saying,
was created by the colonial powers.
you know,
And one of the first people whom accused of being terror is your people. But did we agree in Hamas? Are we in agreement with Hamas? Utterly no. We exercised the military resistance long time ago, and Fatah, Yasser Arafat himself, the current president, they classified him as a terror, but now they removed the terror and add another adjective to him, terrorist diplomat. President Abbas, the signatory of Oslo Accord, the one who accepted to build our state in only 22% of our land, our historical land, they accused him officially. They officially declared that he is a terrorist diplomat. Classification is there. 3 classification when it came to Israel. For me as a Palestinian, terror. One word, loud and clear, even if he's just 1 hour old, he's a terrorist, but still in a process. Terrorist. We are all of us terrorists. And the good one for them, the good Palestinian, is the dead one. Period. And this is a declared position. All of these words were there. The second classification, Hina, if you dare to criticize the Israeli occupation, you are anti-Semitic. Whether you like it, whether you know what the meaning of anti-Semitic or did not know it, it's yours. You are anti-Semitic. One word, loud and clear. The third classification is for the Jewish themselves. And I start by telling you that my first ever boss in the Ministry of Planning is a Jewish man. But according to them, he's a self-made Jew. 100, if not 1,000 of the Jewish in America, the outspoken persons, writers, novelists, whom is defending the Palestinian question in America is Jewish people. But all of them is a hate self-Jew.
Do you condemn the attacks on Jewish people across the globe?
100%. If you target someone because he's a Muslim or Jew or X or Y, this is a condemnable. We should not think 2 times. And but because you opened the floor, the one who was attacking them based on their religion is the European, not us. When they used to endure a harsh suffering in Europe, the most safe haven to the Jewish, and we used to call them our brother by the end of the day, because they are part of our, at that time, before the establishment of the State of Israel, they are part of the Arab fabric, political fabric. They are leaders. In Iraq, the most significant leaders, politicians, musicians, finance people, financially speaking, traders, is the Jewish people. In Egypt, the same. In everywhere, they were the same. The one who attacked them based on their religion, and it was not only from 1940 or 1930s, through the history, they used to be expelled in Europe, not in. And when they used to find a safe haven place, it is in the Middle East. Again, to your, yes, anyone believe that he is, or you treated me or judge me based on my religion that I did not choose it, based on my sex that I did not choose it, based on my nationality that I did not choose it, it's utterly condemnable.
Israel says that this is the only land they can have. This is the only land for Jewish people. Palestinians, they have so many Arab neighboring nations, Muslim Brotherhood, all of that, and Israel says that this is the only. No, this is the argument that Israel gives.
They give more than this. They used to say that this is their promised land.
No, that I don't want to get into that debate.
But we should, because they use, based on that this is the promised land, they came to her.
But they say that they are persecuted across the globe. This is the only land where they feel safe.
Okay, so we should expel because they are feel safe here. If the Palestinian, God forbidden, have the nuclear weapons or that much of power, then they came to X or Y country and occupied part of, sorry to say that, one of these country, and we are not safe in Gaza, so that you should accept that I should expel X and Y of those local people, indigenous people, because I'm safe.
But they feel threatened. Why do they feel threatened?
Why did they feel threatened? Once you conduct a war, a crime, once anyone a criminal, he will all the time feel that he's a threatened because he's wanted. Now, again, the current Prime Minister, Israeli Prime Minister, his classification according to the international law, fugitive because he's wanted to the ICC, fugitive from international justice, forward. He should not feel safe. So that when he went to United States just 1 month ago.
Who do you blame for the killing of Rabin?
The current Prime Minister.
Why? Is there any evidence to that?
But you asked me, but there is another one, a criminal one in the Israeli cabinet right now, Ben Gvir. And Ben Gvir himself was accused of conducting a terror attack or inciting, sorry, not conducting.
Inciting. The wording have
yes, inciting. I should inciting for terror, so that even he did not serve in the Israeli army because they consider him inciting for a terror and hate speech and all of this stuff. Even the Israeli army did not accept Ben Gvir, the current Israeli minister, to serve in the army itself. The one who said loud and clear in the camera that we succeed to reach to Rabin, to his car, and we will succeed to reach to him, is the current Ben Gvir. It's not our word. Who killed Rabin? Who inciting against him is the current Israeli Prime Minister and one of his cabinet. Of course, alongside, of course, the settlers and all of this stuff. Those fanatic Messianic people.
Ambassador, when we talk about, want to go back to my earlier question, disarmament of Hamas. I do know that PLO amended its charter to include, to acknowledge the existence of Israel and also remove the harsh wording of armed rebellion. Do you think that Hamas will also change its charter? Will reprint it?
The question is, when we change our charter, we change it as a PLO, Palestinian Liberation Organization.
No, I'm talking about the charter.
I'm coming. Because I should put it in this legal frame.
True.
Which is Palestinian Liberation Organization, according to India, is the sole legitimate representative of the Palestinian people. So the one who should recognize Israel and amended their charter is the PLO, the legitimate and the sole and legitimate of the Palestinian people. But to ask anyone, when we sign Oslo Accord, we sign it with the government of Israel.
True.
We did not sign it with the Likud, and we will not go and ask the Likud or any political faction to change his mind. Likud itself, if you read his charter, it's the most radical charter against the Palestinian people. It's not only the Likud and other political faction, but we will not and we should not ask them to change their charter at all, because this is not our business. We already signed Oslo Accord with the government of Israel.
True.
No need to ask Fatah, Hamas, Popular
Front. But when we talk about Gaza,
India, wait, I'm coming. Gaza is should be part of the state of Palestine. Gaza should be governed by the Palestinian Authority. Palestinian Authority is the son of the legitimate and sole representative of the Palestinian people. When it came again to India, how many political factions you have? Tens.
So many, yeah.
When His Excellency, the Prime Minister, went to X or Y country to sign
that I understood.
An agreement. He signed it on behalf of India.
The country,
not on behalf of X or Y. And other country will not ask him, but we want this particular...
That's true, but I want to come back to the disarmament of Hamas. I'm just trying to get your opinion. Do you think that it will change its charter? Because that's very important for Hamas to actually recognize prominently the existence of Israel.
Yes, we have, again, our declared
There must be an engagement in communication with Hamas.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Yes, we are in communication with Hamas. And again, charter is individual for a political faction. Will the Likud accept to amend the charter and to remove from it is a charter the issue of expelling the Palestinian people?
But we're talking about the issue in Gaza.
I'm coming. Why do you want to concentrate in Gaza but do not want to tackle the issue from its macro level? Will the Likud, will the X and Y of the political Israeli faction, will they go to amend their charter? We should not ask anyone to amend it, but according to us, our official position, PLO declared in a written form, it's declared position. Anyone want to be a part of Palestinian future, political future, I mean, or to be part of the election, or all, he should abide by all the commitment that made by the PLO, which mean by default two-state solution, accepting the existence of a state of Israel and all of this stuff. But regarding existence, accepting the right of Israel to exist, it's another ambiguous issue. What's the meaning of if Palestine or not Palestine accept or deny the right of India to exist? India is there. India exists. Israel exists. Israel is a member of the United Nations. Put aside all of this because we had been brainwashed. What's the meaning of acknowledging the right of Israel to exist?
But Charter is very important because when PLO has so many student unions all across the world, Charter is the one which people abide by.
Yes, of course.
Right. For Hamas
yes,
also, it is the same.
Of course.
So it's very important to talk about.
And for the Likud, the biggest party in Israel, should acknowledge the right of Palestinian people to exist, should acknowledge the right of Palestinian people to be free, should acknowledge the fundamental right of the Palestinian people to self-determination. They are utterly against our right. We're going to ask Hamas to change its charter.
So
but my question, will anyone dare to ask the Israeli political faction to change their charter? Is anyone know about what is the Israeli political charters? Talking about how did they tackling on treating the Palestinian people? Is it fair to review all the charters for every single political party in Palestine and Israel? And to make sure that there is no incitement, no hate speech, and coexistence for the two-state solution. Is it fair? I'm asking you, is it fair? So let us together call for an international review for all the political charter, Palestinian and Israeli, and to make sure there is no hate speech, and each one should abide by it. The Israeli and the Palestinian should not mention any hate speech, should recognize the right of the other people to exist, should recognize the right of other people to be free, and recognize the right of other people to self-determination.
Do you think that US President Donald Trump should get a Nobel Peace Prize if this peace plan goes according to the plan?
Yeah, just 2 days ago, one of the Palestinian scientists, it's a good opportunity to say that we, the Palestinian, before the war, 97.3% is the literacy rate in us, among the Palestinian people. One of the Palestinian scientists was won the Nobel Prize in and many of the Palestinian whom was employed in the in NASA itself, the one who led the group, the team, for creating the objective that fly to Mars is a Palestinian from a refugee camp, very young, likewise you, 32, something like this, engineer from Gaza. When it came to the Nobel Prize, again, there is a criteria for Nobel Prize. If anyone bring the peace to the world in the Palestinian misery, bring the justice to the Palestinian that we missed it since November 2nd, 1917, when, I'm sorry to say that, your occupier or colonizers issued the notorious despicable Balfour Declaration. The Balfour Declaration, the mandate was started after the World War I. But when they have zero footprint in our land, your colonizer decided to pledge, to gift it, to hand it our homeland, our ancient homeland. So this misery was started since that time. Anyone gonna put an end to this misery, to the Palestinian suffering, 100% he deserved to have a Nobel Prize. But just a just and lasting peace. Because from Israel, peace for Israel is to expel the Palestinian people. And as you rightly mentioned, their argument, there is a lot of Arabic country, why they did not. But this is
But why would you?
But this is the same exact argument that was used by the Nazi mid-1930s, that and they used to say, to complete the picture, the Israelis used to say that, and no one, there is no one want them. Everyone is hate them. The same exact argument that was used by the Nazi Germany mid-1930s when they used to say, when America breach itself, close its door, its border before the Israeli and did not allow them to seek a refuge in their land. So the Nazi at that time used the same exact argument that the Israeli today is using. No one liked them. No one wanted them.
What do you have to say about the full UN membership for Palestine? Because US will continue to veto it, and you are endorsing the Nobel Peace Prize for Trump.
We are endorsing the Peace Prize for Trump.
If the war gets resolved. But US has always been cracking down on pro-Palestinian protesters.
Hina, I did not say that we are endorsing.
If this plan goes through.
Anyone gonna put an end to the Palestinian misery.
Right now we have Trump in the administration.
Did he put an end to the Palestinian misery?
If it happens.
We will totally, utterly.
How will you fight someone who you are endorsing for the Nobel Peace Prize?
No, I want to finish this. Anyone will put an end to the Palestinian misery that was started November 2nd, 1917, 100% just and lasting peace, we will endorse it.
But Trump does not support the two-state solution. Let's not forget that.
Wait a minute. But let us remember that one of the wanted terrorists won a Nobel Prize. Do you know that?
There are so many names, Ambassador.
No, because I should say. Menachem Begin, one of the leaders of the underground terrorist organization, terrorist gangs, Jewish terrorist gangs before 1948. He was classified by the United Kingdom.
Where are we going with this conversation? Are you endorsing?
I'm coming, but because you are talking about peace prize.
I'm talking about Trump. Trump's stance.
Can I finish? Because it will make an introduction. Sure. So that Menachem Begin, the wanted terrorist, according to the United Kingdom, this is not ours. At that time, he became the Israeli Prime Minister in 1977, and he won the Nobel Prize, as you rightly mentioned.
So are you comparing Trump?
No, I'm telling you, there is a history behind Nobel Prize and all of this. No, I'm not comparing at all. At least Mr. Trump, he have something, or at least he pledged that he want to bring the peace
Ambassador,
to the Middle East.
you are a diplomat. How will you push for UN's full membership in the United
We already used, but we 2 stages to have a full membership.
Do you support that India must be included as a permanent member in the United Nations?
No, not in the United Nations Security Council. We already, our declared position to because I served there. Our declared position is very clear. Well, of course, we won't. Not all, because this is it's not fair to have a veto power only in 5 hands. And for us as a Palestinian, at least America used it. The vast majority of the veto that used by America is against us.
True.
Back to the process of being a full member state. Two gates we should cross it. First and foremost, we should submit a letter to the Security Council that Palestine would like to become this is an official letter. and we already did. The Security Council should send a letter to the General Assembly to endorse it. I mean, to endorse our request. In this letter, they should say that the state of Palestine is a peaceful and a lover and all of these stuff. But when we submit it, United States of America is blocked it, and it happened many times ago, or for more than one time. Yes, we are looking to become a full membership of the United Nations itself. It's our right.
Ambassador, what was the conversation between you and the Minister of External Affairs?
All the time. I should say.
What were the key points that you discussed?
I know many things, of course. But I should be very frank, and I should be very honest. India used to be with Palestine long time ago, still with Palestine, and I trust India will continue to be with Palestine. Just right now, India is implementing many projects in Palestine. And when I used to have some issue to discuss it take me just to send them a WhatsApp. No, usually I go through the official message, but even if I want to say something in phone, India Ministry of Foreign Affairs is totally, and if so to speak, all the time is open to us. In particular, we the Palestinians. I'm pretty sure that they gave us a privilege to come and to enter the ministry at any time I would like to request. And again, they are following all of our activity, and they are, so to speak, all the time is very supportive. And many things we used to discuss it with the ministry. Many things.
What are your comments on the statements by Congress party, the opposition party in India, saying that Israel is committing quote-unquote genocide? Israel is very straightforward condemning the Congress party, saying that it should not speak in that manner.
But
you recently visited Kerala.
Yes.
I have two questions. First of all, your thoughts on this, and do you have a slight hesitation when you visited Kerala, be seen with CPIM leader, of getting into the political climate in the country?
Three things. First and foremost, it's not the opposition party who claim that Israel is conducting genocide. It's the UN, Amnesty, and the Israeli watchdog. And the ICC is already accused and issued an arrested warrant against the fugitive from justice, the Israeli Prime Minister. So it's not a position of X or Y political party. Second, yes, I visited Kerala and I met with His Excellency the CM there, and they are very welcome to me. And I used to say, and I sent a lot of requests to all the political party here, and I start by the big political party, of course, but yet it seems that their schedule is busy. But I want to meet with everyone. Regarding we are the internal political arena, we will not be under any circumstance, we the Palestinian people, under the chairmanship of President Abbas, and under the chairmanship before President Abbas, His Excellency, the late great one Arafat. We are not part, and we will not be part, even in the Arab country, with any internal issue. Utterly, one word, loud and clear. But again, through your, of course, channel, I already submit a request to all to the very big political party, and I wish that very soon they will have the time to receive me. We the Palestinians have a story. We the Palestinians stand in the same exact distance from everyone. We the Palestinian people have nothing against Israel, nothing against the Jewish, and because our leaders is Jewish. Our own matter, our own conflict, our own issue is the Israeli occupation. We are looking for, me as ambassador of Palestine, to visit, to interact with all the political parties here in India. And I started, but the ones who so far is opening their doors is our Communist Party, CBI, CBM, and all of due respect, of course, to the others, and many parliamentarians.
Ambassador, when we talk about the Gaza Peace Plan, Trump has the idea of a technocrat apolitical Palestinian committee. There is no clarity as to how the members of the committee will be selected. Will Palestinian Authority have a say in it?
No. There is a lot of ambiguous circumstance surrounding the comprehensive plan.
You would definitely want to be included in these conversations.
Still, it is comprehensive plan. While there is a lot of it need a lot of discussion to make this plan is working. There is a lot of discussion. There is a lot of measurement should be there, circumstance, how to measure it, how to evaluate it, timetable, and all of this stuff. It need a lot of work, but as a general frame, we are fully endorse it.
Last question from my side, Ambassador. If I would want to go and visit Palestine, the historical places, the beautiful places inside of Palestine, will I be able to do that? And
Two things. First and foremost, of course, you are very welcome. You all, the Indian people, the international community is very welcome to visit Palestine. But unfortunately, we did not, as a Palestinian, control the border. So you have no other choice except to go to the Israeli embassy and to have the visa from there. And it depends. If you are pro-Palestinian, you will not get it. If you are pro-Israeli or neutral, but the only channel is to enter to Palestine is to have an Israeli visa from the Israeli embassy.
Great. It was a great conversation.
Please, anytime.
And I think you shed light and you very openly spoke about the story of Palestine, and I'm really grateful to you, and I really appreciate you taking out the time.
Thank you. But still, the story of Palestine is still very deep, and we can start next time from Abraham, when he left or the Chaldeans. Abraham, thousands of years ago, we have the story there. At that time, our story is there, and the most important title deed I used to use it is the Torah, the Old Testament, the Holy Book.
Well, on that note, Ambassador, thank you so much once again for taking out the time and speaking with Asianet News.
Thank you so much.